Well, hi, we're back for another Pokemon Yellow video. Where is my controller at? I can't see. It's too dark in my room. Okay. Yes, let's continue. Dumb question, but did I actually upload the last episode? Because I still have it on my computer. And I'm like, why did I never delete it? So, that's weird. But, pretty sure I did. Yeah, Nugget Bridge. Okay, I did. I don't know why I never deleted it off my PC then. Alright, whatever. I'll get to it at some other point, I guess, after the video. Who's alive? Nobody. Okay, cool. We are gonna be leaving. I must have saved right after I got the nugget. So... My bad. Sorry. Heal. Okay, there is a Bulbasaur, which I don't think I have yet. Yeah, I don't have the Bulbasaur yet, so I don't know what the requirement is for the Bulbasaur. I'm gonna at the very least try and get the Charmander though, and then level it up to 16 to evolve it. I am definitely gonna be adding each of the OG starters in my team. I just don't know who else they're gonna replace, to be honest. Like, I actually do not know. Hang on. Blah, 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 blah. Cool. Yeah, I still can't do this yet. Alright, so... Do, 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 do. Alright, so... The guy I'm looking for, I think is right here, right? Yeah. I'm not good at raising Pokemon. I should release my Charmander because I haven't raised it well. If you promise me you'll care for it, it's yours. Sure. Sarah, ZDZ Mega, yeah, whatever. Cool. Have I been nicknaming my Pokemon? I don't remember. Sure, I'll nickname it. Where's the R? There we go. I'm gonna name it Red. Red was sent to the PC. Okay. Well, we're obviously gonna go in and get that Pokemon. What's TM45? Wait, hang on. What is this? TM45. Oh, it's Thunder Wave. Wait, can I actually even use it? Just Pikachu, and no, I'm not gonna do that. I'll probably just sell it, to be honest. So I was actually gonna be watching, that's the Bros live stream. I was gonna be watching One Piece, playing One Piece TCG, things like that. But, it's currently storming outside and hailing, or was hailing at least. And I was buffering non-stop. So it got to the point where I was like, alright, screw it. I can't even actually watch this because of how bad it's buffering. I'm just gonna stop. So I stopped. Yeah, my connection with Hotspot was just super bad. I'll have to, like this is being uploaded, or this is being recorded Sunday, May 19th at 8:52 technically right now, p.m. Central Standard Time. And it won't be uploaded until tomorrow or whatever a day is that it doesn't storm. It's a very shitty time to be storming right now, especially since this video needed to be recorded today anyways, or tomorrow, but it needed to 100% be uploaded by tomorrow. So I hope to God this storm isn't too bad where it lasts until tomorrow. Or if I record things while I'm sleeping, or sorry, upload things while I'm sleeping, I hope that it doesn't, like power doesn't go out while I'm sleeping. And then that would cause the recording to not actually, upload. Alright, so what am I depositing? not gonna lie, I kinda want to get rid of both of these Pokemon. I mean, if I'm wanting to get a flying type Pokemon, I have a Charmander, and it will literally get fly by the time I even get the HM. So, yeah, we're gonna get rid of both of these. And then red, of course, withdrawal. And then just for the sake of my Pokedex, yeah, I'm gonna add Caterpie just again for the sake of my Pokedex. Just because of how easy it would be to evolve it, that's the only reason why I'm doing it. I will say that between Caterpie and Weedle, I prefer Caterpie. I don't know why, I just do. I like Butterfree more than Beedrill. And it's more just simply because of the fact that it knows Confusion. It knows Psychic moves, whereas Beedrill doesn't know shit. Like, for moves, to be honest. I like Beedrill's design more than Butterfree, but I like Butterfree more as a Pokemon. Sorry about my headset making noises. It's crap. I've said this almost every time. I don't know, but it's crap. I'm sorry if you hear it making weird noises. Whatever. I'm sorry. Blah. Grr. All right. So putting you here. King here. Pikachu there. I'm not gonna make any promises. I am taking a break from Baldur's Gate 3, but I am uploading this. I'm also going to be doing a Legend of Zelda playthrough every now and again, like at least once a week. But Pokemon Yellow, for the time being, will be multiple times a week, just so I can catch up to later on Pokemon games. Pokemon Yellow is the most nostalgic one, but is my least favorite. I love the game. Alright, I love this game a lot. So when I say this is my least favorite, that's not me saying I hate it. I love almost every Pokemon game I've ever played. It's just, of all the ones I love, this is pretty much close. If it's not the bottom, it's close to the bottom. Because I'm pretty sure there's probably one I don't like that I like the least of this. I can't speak English. And the only reason why I don't like this game is not because of the game itself. Well, I guess technically, it's the mechanics. It's so outdated compared to how it is now. Back then, though, if you asked me if I liked it, I would say I loved it. And the mechanics wouldn't bother me. It's more of, I just got spoiled with modern day mechanics, and because of that, that's why it dropped in, at my list of my favorites. It's still on my favorite list, it's still one of my favorite classics, I guess would be the way of saying it. It's still my favorite classic, but certainly not my favorite overall. I would say, when it comes to classic games in general, I'll use Nintendo specifically because, let's be honest, growing up, that's pretty much all I played until high school. So, Game Boy Color, I didn't play much. I had I didn't realize how dead I was right there. My bad, I wasn't paying attention. I was focusing on what I was saying. But when I had a Game Boy Color, the only games I had was an M&M game that was like a platform game, which, to be honest, I actually enjoyed, and I wish I knew what the name of it was, because I kind of wish I could keep playing it, because it was a fun game. There was also a game that I played where you play as monster trucks in a top-down racing game, which actually, it was fun, but the part that I liked about the game the most was actually the music. The music that plays when you're driving, that, to me, was extremely catchy when I was a kid. The funny thing is, even though I barely had that game, I still remember the music to it, which is funny, honestly. I guess it just shows you how much I enjoyed it as a kid, like music-wise. But yeah, there was another game that I had on the Game Boy Color. I don't remember what it was, but I remember that I enjoyed it a lot, and that's about it. Um, the other game that I played on Game Boy Color was Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Gold. So, like 5 or 6 games, and that was it. Um, which, looking back at it now, compared to like if you look at how many games I have now or have had in the future game platforms, it's not very much. 6 games as a child, that way back then, that to me that felt like it was a lot. But then you look at the Super Nintendo and how many games that there was for that game that we had. There was the Nintendo 64, and you look at how many games that thing had. Well, actually, no. The Super Nintendo, or sorry, the Nintendo 64, we didn't have very many games for that system. It was Monopoly, Pac-Man, or at least a arcade game, like a multiple different arcade games put together. It was Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Galactica, things like that. It was like 5 or 6 games put together, arcade games. But yeah, there was that. There was the Monopoly, and then there was also Mario 64, and then I think that was actually it. We did not have shit for the 64. Um, at least that I remember. Um, yeah, actually, yeah, that was it. Those were the only 3 games we had for the 64. We mostly had, when I say we, I mean the family as a whole. The systems weren't mine. I did play them though, um, but yeah, they weren't mine. They didn't become mine technically until I moved in with my grandmother. And sorry, I'm not playing the game. My bad. They didn't become mine though until I moved in with my grandmother, and then I found out that my mom originally had planned on giving it to my half brother. My grandmother, or my mom gave it to my grandma to give to him, but my grandma gave it to me instead. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure that there was a reason why she gave it to me instead. Maybe it was because my dad didn't want me to, or didn't want to have anything to do with us, or maybe it was because my dad was against video games at the time. I don't know what was going on, obviously, but whatever. As for Super Nintendo games, we had Super Mario World. We had Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3. We had Yoshi's Island. We had a Mario game. I forgot the name of it. Basically, it's like the OG Mario, like 1, 2, 3, and Lost Worlds. Like, it was all 4 of those games put together into one. Oh yeah, it was Mario All-Stars. I'm sorry, I don't know why it took me that long to remember the name, but yeah, there was that. There was also, Zombies Ate My Neighbors or something like that. I forgot the actual name, but there was that. There was a cartridge where you could put Game Boy Colors in so you could play them on your Super Nintendo on TV, which was a lot of fun. I liked it a lot. Um, there were some games though you couldn't play. Like, you could play Pokemon just fine. In fact, when you play Pokemon Yellow, the border around the game on screen, there was actually a exclusive border just for that game. Like Pokemon Yellow, there was a Pokemon Yellow border, and that was really cool. There was also a one for Gold and Silver, like an exclusive border for those games. And then there was another one I forgot that we played, but that was it. It was mainly just Pokemon games that would work on it that we had. We tried playing a couple of others, but they didn't work. Like, it was like, maybe it's because they came out after the game, or after the cartridge thing came out. So because they came out afterwards, you couldn't do it. I don't know. But then I guess that wouldn't make sense though, because gold came out afterwards and it still, or gold and silver came out afterwards, and it still worked. I don't know. But yeah, there were some games that would not work, like it wasn't compatible. But yeah, there was other Super Nintendo games that we had, I just can't remember on the top of my head. I had a GameCube at one point. When I was in high school, my grandmother gave me, or got me a GameCube for my birthday. I was actually extremely happy because that was the first game system that I've gotten for my birthday. My first game system I've ever had was a Game Boy Color, and it wasn't even for my birthday, it was for my half-brother's birthday, and they got me and him both one because I was a kid, alright? I got jealous for a lot of things. So, which, looking back at now, I think that I was in my right to be jealous because my half-brother was always the favorite, and although I didn't take it very well, how good he was being treated and how shitty I was being treated, I can see why that they bought me the Game Boy Color as well, simply because they didn't want me to make a big deal out of it. Although, to be fair, that's just me guessing. The thing is, my grandma who lived in Cedar Rapids, she was actually the one who had gotten me and my half-brother the Game Boy Colors. It wasn't even my mom or my stepdad. It was my grandmother, which technically is more like a step-grandma, but I don't know. But anyways, yeah, it was her. It wasn't my mom or my stepdad. So, maybe that's why I got one. Maybe if it was up to my mom, I would have never got one to begin with. I have no idea. Also, wait, I just realized I'm going against an Oddish. I'm catching this. I don't think I have an Oddish yet. Maybe I do, I don't know. But I'm catching it. We're trying. Okay, I caught it. Okay, is this my first time catching it? Yep, okay. Are we gonna name this? Sure. Let's name you... let's name you this. Oops, wait, how do I... Okay. Don't ask. Weedball was was transferred to someone's PC. I wonder whose PC that might be. Yes, I transferred drugs to somebody. Or I should have named it weed bag or bag of weed or something. Okay, whatever. It's too late. Ugh. Anyways, but yeah, the reason why I'm bringing that up though, yes, Pokemon Yellow was on my birthday. It was my half-brother's birthday, which, by the way, his is June. Mine was in November. So the GameCube was my first actual, like, birthday present. That was a game system. And that was honestly that was my favorite birthday that I have ever had in my entire life. Just because of, that was also one of, not the most, but one of the most happiest moments I've ever had. I was super excited that on my birthday, I was very happy. You know, it's just an overall huge amount of, like, happy emotions that I had when that happened. I don't know whose idea it was. It could have been my uncle, it could have been my grandmother's, I don't know. But I was very happy. That was back during the time that my family was trying to give me, my grandmother, my aunt, and uncle were trying to, like, put their grudges aside to interact with me and be nice to me. But obviously that didn't last long. Anyways, but yeah, it's like, that was that. That was around that time. And it made me very happy to receive such a gift. I was very, very happy. And And it was a GameCube that on the top of it, it had a thing basically because it came with the game. It came with Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, which by the way is one of my like top 3 favorite Pokemon games, possibly number 1. Um, and the thing is, it's not even my number 1 favorite because of like it being on my birthday, like the whole thing I mentioned. It's not even because of that. It's just literally my favorite Pokemon game. And it has nothing to do with nostalgia reasons either. Which is the other funny part. Like, if we're talking nostalgia, Pokemon Yellow should be my number 1 favorite, but it's not. But anyways, yeah. It came with that game. And it came with Luigi's Mansion, and it also came with Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. It came with those 3 games. Technically, it didn't come with those 3 games. It only came with Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness and Luigi's Mansion. Wind Waker was just an extra game that I got. No, actually, was it even that, or was it later on? Okay, dumb question, but which game came first? Wind Waker or Twilight Princess? Because whichever one that is the case, that's technically the one that I got on that birthday. Hang on a second, I'm looking it up. Also, damn it, hentai. Okay, sorry, hentai popped up my phone. Wind Waker GameCube. Okay, I'll have to type in release date. Release. 2003. And I'm pretty sure Twilight Princess was 2006. I'll check to make sure, but... yeah, 2006. So it was definitely, Wind Waker that I got as a gift. It was released in America March 24th. So I technically probably got it in 2004. I'm guessing. Let me look up Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness and see when that came out. ...2005. Okay. Wait. So it came out in America. It came out in, okay, so in America, it came out November 10th, 2005, which means that I literally got that game and the GameCube version of the GameCube, like, console that was exclusive, or whatever you call it. I literally got that 6 days after it was released. Damn. Damn. Okay, I'm actually very surprised, but also happy. So yeah, I got it. I got all 3 of those games, 2005. Cool. Yeah, I'm sorry, I had to do a little background check on myself because I was curious. But yeah, it's, yeah, the GameCube had a sticker on the top of it that was basically a, Lugia, like a Shadow Lugia on it. What I'll do is I'll look for, so yeah, this is what I'm gonna do, okay? I'm gonna, for this one specific video, I'm gonna change the logo, so instead of it being the normal logo, I'm gonna have the logo, yes, but I'm also gonna include the GameCube that I'm referring to. So, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look it up online to see if I can find a picture of it, and I'll put that as part of the logo. Actually, you know what? No. I'll just post it somewhere on screen for like a couple of seconds. You can see what it looks like. Or better yet, let me see what my screen looks like right now. You know what? So you see, okay, on the left of the video, which you can't really see what I'm looking at, but you can see what I'm referring to. On the left of the video you're watching, right? You have Pikachu playing with a Pokeball on the bottom left, and on the top left is the name of the game that I'm playing, which is also the logo that I'm using for my thumbnail. In between those two I will put the game that the console that I'm referring to. Like, I'll put a picture of it, and I'll do it just for the one video. And it's gonna be an overlay. Like, it's not gonna be like, oh, like, it won't always be there. Just at this point in time. I'm talking too much. I'm sorry. To be honest, I'm only talking as much as I am because I'm trying to drown out the music just in case you could hear the music. I don't know how loud the music is. I want you to be able to hear it, but not for it to be loud enough where I get a copyright again. Which I still don't quite understand how I even got that in the first place. I see other people play this game and don't have that problem, which, by the way, they don't even speak. They have the game music blasted, and they don't have issues, which is so weird, but whatever. Anyways, but yeah, so yeah, that's the plan. Later on, I ended up getting more games, obviously, but those were the first 3 games I had, and I had a lot of fun. And to be honest, I miss those days. Which is funny to say that. I had a lot of problems during those days. I had a lot of, like... Excuse me, sorry, I was yawning. I had a lot of bullying and things like that was happening to me during those times. It was... high school wasn't... and middle school, technically, wasn't exactly a good time. But it's funny that even though I got bullied a lot, and went through what I felt like hell, which technically isn't... It wasn't as bad, obviously, as my childhood with my mom, but it was still bad. And it's just funny that even though with all of that said and done, I still prefer, or I still wish I could go back. I wish I could go back and relive it, but with the knowledge I have now. Because what I would do with the knowledge I have now is, I'll be like, okay, you graduate high school, and I guarantee you right now, it's only going to go downhill. Alright? Take advantage of what you have. Yes, shit. But it's going to be even more shit once you graduate. So, and the thing is, there are people that I met in high school that I regret not building too much of a relationship with. Also, I just noticed the stripes on Pikachu's back, when Pikachu is on the counter, it blended in with the counter. Like, well, I'll do this again, but yeah, look right here, you see that? Well, that's gone, but yeah, it's weird, but the stripes on Pikachu's back was, like, perfectly aligned with the counter. Sorry, sidetracked, I know. There it is again. But anyways, yeah. But yeah, like, my high school was crap. There was a point where, for example, someone, for whatever reason, which a lot of the students that I had for classmates, I had different classmates, but there was one specific class that I was around because of just me being slow overall. I had to take a learning disability class, but I was with other learning disability students, and a couple of them were behavioral disability, I guess is what it's called. One of them, because this was shop, where we do like wood stuff, we also did mechanical stuff, like cars and things like that, but the main thing that we did was wood stuff. So, like, for example, I actually made, for our class project, I made a birdhouse, which is funny because I'm looking at a Pidgey. But yes, I made a birdhouse for my grandma. But that was a class project. But basically, yeah, so you have tools around, basically, like hammers, you have screwdrivers, things like that. That's normal. Also, I'm sorry about that noise you're hearing. I'm bouncing on my bed. I have ADHD. Okay, whatever. Sorry. But yeah, you have tools and stuff everywhere. One of the students thought it'd be funny, I guess, I don't know what the reason was, but he took the hammer and he smashed the back of my hand with it. And he thought it was funny, I'm guessing, because he laughed. But that could just be him, not really because he thought it was funny, but just because of his disability. I don't really know, to be honest. But regardless, yeah, it hurt like hell. I had a big ass welt. It bruised the fuck. And that shit lasted a while. My hand hurt so fuck bad for several weeks. All right, it was very bad. So, oh wait, I just realized I think there's an Abra in here somewhere. I'm grinding for it. Screw it. But yeah, it hurt really bad, and that basically, like, that's kind of stuff that I had to deal with in high school. Okay, so knowing that, okay, so if I were to go back in time to when I was in high school with my knowledge that I have now, would I avoid that situation, or would I want to relive it? Honestly, I don't know how in hell that experience improved my life at all. It just caused me a lot of pain and didn't really affect me anything afterwards after I graduated. So I would avoid it. Because it honestly, genuinely did not affect me in a positive way after high school. It didn't shape me or my personality. It didn't make me distressed people. It didn't do any of that. So honestly, I would not relive that moment. I would just avoid it, because why go through the pain again when it's not going to benefit me? Now, there are other times in which I did receive pain that did benefit me, and which I would relive for the sake of those benefits. But yeah, also I hope I didn't press Ember again. Okay, good. We're gonna catch this Pokemon. But anyways, yeah, it's like that pretty much. Like, there's things I would be fine with reliving. Even some of the bad shit that I went through, I would be fine with reliving. But there's definitely a lot of moments where I don't want to relive. There's also good moments that I had. Not as many as the bad moments, but still there were some good moments. Example, my birthday, which I think was actually... yeah, it was before high school, but whatever. Which, now that I think about it, that actually is good that I remembered that. Because that gives me an idea of when I originally moved in with my grandma. Because me and my grandma had an argument recently, or someone recently, about that. We had an argument. She doesn't, she's old, and even though my memory is shit, hers is worse. And she doesn't believe me about me going to certain schools. She doesn't believe me that I used to know my roommate back when I was in he was in, I think, middle school, high school, and I was middle school, elementary. I don't remember exactly what exactly I was. I know that the school that I went to was an elementary that bled into middle school, but yeah. And I know the general idea of, like, what school I went to at what point in time, and what school I went to after that said school point in time. But that's about it. It's like, I don't know the exact years, or the exact months, or the exact day, or the exact, minute, hour, second. You can expect to remember that, but, Also, why haven't you leveled up yet? Jesus, that's taking forever. Where's Magikarp at? Magikarp has to be 20 to evolve, which sucks. Okay, well, how long have I been recording? Because 34 minutes, which technically means I should stop. You know what? Yes, I will. Okay, I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna make this into a multi-part video. So I'm gonna stop this. This is part 1 of what is this? I don't know what I'm gonna name it. Probably Going to Bill or something. But this is part 1 of that. And I'm gonna stop it now because I want to keep this 35 minutes. I'm not gonna edit things out. I'm not gonna cut this short. Like I would normally do. I'm not gonna cut things out. Alright, so... Alright. I hope people don't watch the second part and skip this, and then not know the context, because my whole entire conversation is gonna go straight into part 2. Alright, goodbye.